Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jay, and in the past, I have filmed cleaning content and organizing, just trying desperately to keep my house under control. And I've gotten away from my YouTube channel that I love so much, and I am glad to be back. This video is from 3 weeks ago at the end of July before I took a much needed and much too short vacation to the Dominican Republic. Before I left, I had to get my house straightened up because who wants to come home to a dirty house, right? If you are not new here, thank you so much for sticking with me and clicking on another one of my videos. I know I've been a little MIA, but I've just have really bad anxiety lately. I don't know what that's about, but we're working through it, and I'm showing you some new decorations in the video. We're cleaning the house. We're trying to get back in the swing of things because that's all we can do. So I hope that you enjoy this video. So like I said, this video is from last month. I went to the Dominican Republic. I don't think I've been out of the country yet this year, but I needed something to do. I was going to go to Japan originally, but Japan takes more than 6 months of financial planning, and things are so crazy in the world right now. My job is somehow worse. I've talked about that before. Somehow it just gets worse and worse by the week. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. And I just didn't feel comfortable spending so much money to go to Japan. So I was like, where can I go that's affordable, but that's not the US, and that's tropical and that's relaxing? And a friend on Instagram suggested a resort in the DR. And I was like, got it. Definitely doing that. So I used my credit card points to cover the flight, and the resort was a really good price. I stayed at the Excellence Punta Cana. So that's where I was for a week, and now I'm back. And like I said, my anxiety it's at a level that it's never been. I mean, even on vacation, it took me 2 days to actually start relaxing and not be so high strung and crying at the slightest inconvenience. Just craziness going on around here, but I will probably seek some help soon because it's getting to a point, okay? But before that, things were fine. And I was just cleaning my house like you see this evening. This was after a work day. I had come home and just needed to tidy up. I find that's easiest to me, to just do these after work cleans. Of course, it doesn't feel great to come home after a work day when you're mentally exhausted and then clean your house, but I like to do this and force myself to do it throughout the week. So on the weekend, I can just relax and chill. It's what works for me. And if I could just be so honest with you, when I'm not filming these videos, I'm not really cleaning my house. I do tidy because I have a tidiness problem. So I do make myself tidy, but the actual cleaning, it's looking rough around here. So as much as I love motivating and keeping other people company, my viewers, I love you guys. And I also have to make these videos for myself because they really do help me keep my house clean. It's like I seem to forget that, and then I kind of stray away from YouTube. And once you don't post consistently, it feels very hard to start and go back. Even missing a week of posting, it just feels so hard. And then that's a source of stress. So I was like, girl, what is your problem? What are you doing? Your channel's so small. The people who do watch are so nice. You need to clean your house. Get yourself together. So I'm finally editing this video, and I will post it on the day that I finish doing this. So yeah, that's kind of an update where I've been. A good and a bad, I guess. My vacation was lovely. It was fantastic. It was my first time in the Dominican Republic. The food at the resort was so incredible. It was my first time at an all-inclusive. I had kind of a walkout, like deck area or a patio to a garden, and there was a fountain back there. Just a 2-minute walk to the pool. It was great. It was amazing. I had a great time. I'm sad to be back, but I hope to go again next year. Or maybe, no, this year there's not enough months left in the year. I think I was trying to squeeze in another small vacation, maybe to Europe, but we'll see. We'll see how the finances go. But I definitely do plan to go to another resort next year. So when I came home, I didn't have enough leave to take the next day off. Whatever, that's all fine and good. So I just came home and then I went right back to work the next day and I just continued working. I got home on a Wednesday and I just, continued working like normal the rest of the week. And a few days after I've been home, I think it was the weekend, I'm looking outside on my deck and my patio. I had not walked around my house, which is in retrospect ridiculous. You think when you come home from vacation, you do a little perimeter walk around the house just to make sure everything looks good. Nope, never even crossed my mind to do that. So I'm sitting on the couch and I look to my right and I notice there's a weird shadow in front of the patio doors. I'm like, that just doesn't look how it normally does. I go outside. A piece of siding has fallen off the house. There's siding hanging down on next to my patio. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm like, what have you done? You haven't walked around the house. So I go out to the patio on the left side. My umbrella that I forgot to close has fallen. There's stuff all over the deck. My shed doors are open. An animal has pooped inside of my shed on the workbench. I'm like, what is happening around here? What is happening? So that was annoying, super annoying. But I just had the roofers come out. When I'm doing this, it's on Sunday the 9th. I think it's, yes, the 9th. The roofers came out yesterday and they fixed the siding. I got a roof inspection. They gave me a little tune up, fixed any nail holes, caulking, stuff like that. Pointed out kind of what the state my roof was in. It's not as bad as I think, but I'm definitely going to have to get it done next year, which was the plan anyway, because I knew my roof was old. When I bought the house, it was like, this roof is decent. So I kind of knew, and it's been 4 years. We're definitely coming up on that 20 years that shingles last. So at least I got the siding fixed, and hopefully the quote comes through in the next few days for the roof so I can start planning that for next year. Um, the guy that came was so nice. Oh my gosh, the nicest little man, nicest little Hispanic man. So great. He even gave me a recommendation of I think it was like his brother-in-law or somebody in his family. They came a few hours after him and they're going to quote me to get the wood replaced on the deck. So we're getting things done. I'm nervous to see the quotes, but they were very honest. So I feel like the prices will be reasonable. But I'm glad that I got the siding fixed and I finally had got some eyes on my roof. I do want to have an exterminator come out before we hit cold weather and do a perimeter inspection because I had mice in the attic and I don't know where they came in. So now that the roof is sealed, tighter now, they're not coming in there, but I want to have an exterminator come and kind of look. It might be the siding just to see to fill any entry points on the exterior of the house. So, got to get that done. But yeah, and who knows if either the roof or the deck is reasonable, maybe I can get it done this year. I can squeeze it in, but I'm kind of planning for a Q1 of next year. I'm going to repaint my main room, the room I'm cleaning right now on the screen. I'm going to start repainting that in the next week. I'm going to do one wall a day to keep it manageable. I need to rehang the curtains to reinforce um, the not the studs, the things that you use to put the nails in. I can't think of what they're called. The anchors. I need to replace all the anchors of the curtain rods. I need to get new curtains. So I have things to do. I have things to do, and I'm trying to move through this anxiety block and get that done. I'm going to start job hunting soon, see what's out there. I had a friend leave the company and it took him a few months. So I'm planning on a few months, but as long as I'm actively searching, it'll give me hope, and hopefully that hope gets me through the day and not just like shopping and eating and sleeping and wallowing. So yeah, we're moving. We're moving in the right direction. Little tiny baby steps, but getting that siding fixed just gives me such peace of mind. Once I finish with the laundry, which I'm gonna be honest with you again, this was filmed 3 weeks ago. That laundry I just took upstairs and I put away the towels. I have not put away the sheets. They go under my bed in bins. Haven't done it yet. 3 weeks. 3 weeks sitting on my couch, and then right before I left, I moved them from the couch to a basket in front of the couch. And I've just been walking by them. Like that's how it's been going around here. But I'll put them away today. Like I said, we're moving in the right direction, so I'm feeling really good. I have a lot of clothes to wash, but I did clean up yesterday on Saturday because the roofer was coming. So that kicked my butt into gear. And today, for the rest of the evening, I can just focus on laundry and tidying up my bedroom. I vacuumed. My hair has been falling out, which happens when I get stressed. That unfortunately is not new, but there is hair everywhere. And if you're not new here, I hate loose hair. I've talked about this. I don't know what it is. I've never had a traumatic hair experience. I just have never liked it. And there is hair everywhere. So I have been vacuuming way more often, which is, I guess, a good consequence if there can be any of your hair falling out. I've been taking my multivitamins. I went to the doctor recently and all my vitamin levels were good. And in the past, they've been off, but they were good. So I'm just hoping this all passes. Lord willing, it will, like it always does. I always rebound. Even if I have to fail upward, I always find success in the end. So this is just a period of my life where things are not great, but they will get better. And I didn't come on here to be a Debbie Downer. The problems I'm having are minor, right? I still have a home, I have a job, I have a salary, I have food, I'm relatively healthy, I'm still losing weight slowly. So I didn't come on here to complain to you guys. I promise. I know that it's not all doom and gloom. Things have been okay. Things are okay. I've gone through worse in my life. I mean, if what I've told you recently is like the worst thing that's happening, I'm a pretty lucky woman. I know that. I always sweep and then follow up with the vacuum if I do sweep. And under my couch, Every now and then I get a look under there by mistake, and I wish I hadn't because my goodness, there is so much dust and hair and just crumbs under the couch. So when I see it, I'm like, all right, let's get the broom out. But took care of the living room pretty easy. And now in the kitchen, I'm going to steam mop the floor because I did not feel like making any mop water. I just really didn't want to. And the steam mop is better anyway. It's just hot water, a microfiber pad, easy peasy. Why don't I use this thing more often? Every time I steam mop, I wonder, why don't I use this thing more often? Done, ready to go pack and relax. Thank you so much for being here. I just cannot express my gratitude enough, and hopefully, I will see you again very soon.